Hi, my name is Esperanza, and my name means hope in English, but in Spanish it means too many letters. It means sadness and waiting. It is like the number 9. It is the Mexican record my father plays on Sunday mornings when he's shaving. I am named after my great-grandma, and we're both born on the Chinese year of the horse. The horse is the animal that represents strength, and being born under this sign is supposed to mean bad luck for women. But I don't believe in these superstitions, because both the Chinese and Mexicans discourage women for being strong, and I like to think I'm strong. I've never met my great-grandmother, but I would like to imagine her as a wild horse. I know she was forced into the life she got and spent the whole time gazing sadly out the window. And although I inherit her name, I do not want to inherit her life. Maybe I'll change my name to something that shows who I really am. Like Lysandra, or Maritza, or Zizi the X. Yes, Zizi the X. That's it. This is a story about me and my journey with my new house on Mango Street. Both my parents, Mama and Papa, sister Nenny, and 2 brothers, Carlos and Kiki, all moved into a new house on Mango Street after the pipes had broken our apartment and the crazy landlord refused to fix them. My family had always dreamed of owning a house one day, with lots of bedrooms and lots of bathrooms, but this house on Mango Street only had 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. Definitely not the house we dreamed of, but Mama and Papa keep saying it's temporary. But who knows how long temporary is. So far, I've only made 1 friend, Kathy, who has lots of cats, and is the great-great-grandcousin to the Queen in France, which seemed very far-fetched, but I didn't think twice about it. She asked if we could be friends only until next Tuesday, as if she forgot I just moved in. She said she's leaving the neighborhood because too many people like me are moving in, and I wasn't sure what to say about this. A few days later, 2 sisters walk up to me and the little one says, "If you give me $5, I'll be your friend forever." And I thought to myself, $5 is pretty cheap for someone who doesn't have any friends except for Kathy, who's leaving on Tuesday. Kathy told me no, because the girls look dirty and they smell like a broom. But in that moment, I knew what I had to do, even though it meant losing my first friend. I run inside, get my $3, and I take 2 of Nenny's. They needed the money to buy a bike from a kid named Tito. The older one is Lucy and the younger one is Rachel. I wish I could have said my name was Cassandra or Alexis or Maritza, anything but Esperanza. But when I told them my name, they didn't laugh. I haven't told them about Nenny yet, it's too complicated. We all get on the bike and ride all day, up and down Mango Street, passing my house, past the grocery store, the laundromat, past the jug store, passing cars, and around the block, and we're back on Mango Street. Nenny and I do not look like sisters at all, unlike Rachel and Lucy. But we are similar in different ways, like our laughter, and we think the same too, but she can be kind of embarrassing. Those who don't know any better come into our neighborhood and think we're dangerous, and that we're going to attack them with shiny knives. But they're the stupid ones who got lost and ended up here by mistake. My first job. I wanted to work. I needed the money. Catholic high school was expensive, and Papa said public school only turns you bad. My Aunt Lala found me a job at Peter Pan Photo Finishers. It was an easy job, but I got tired standing all day and I didn't know if I could sit down or not. I had my first work friend, an older man. He was nice, and he said I can eat lunch with him. He told me it was his birthday and asked for a kiss, so I was glad to give him one on the cheek. So when I leaned in, he grabbed my face with both his hands and kissed me on the lips very hard and didn't let go. Early one morning, Papa told me the news that my abuelo had passed. I had never seen my Papa cry, and I didn't know what to do, so I held him and held him. Since I am the oldest, he told me first, and I know what this means, that I will have to leave to Mexico, leaving me to tell my younger siblings what had happened. Sally is a girl with eyes like Egypt, and all the boys think she's beautiful because her hair is shining like raven feathers. And when she laughs, she flicks her hair over her shoulders like a satin shawl. But she is not allowed to dance or go out. Her father is very strict and says being that beautiful is trouble. The 3 sisters who weren't related by anything but the moon. One with laughter like tin, one with eyes of a cat, and one with hands of porcelain. I think they are magical, and they call me over and ask for my name. When I told them, they liked my name. They said it was a good name. They asked for my hands and turned them over and told me that I was special, that I would go very far. Then they asked me to make a wish, so I closed my eyes and wished to leave Mango Street and to have a house of my own. And they told me my wish would come true. As I'm about to leave, the aunt with hands of porcelain pulls me aside and tells me, "Remember to always come back." I didn't know what she was saying. She repeats herself, "When you leave, remember to always come back for the others." She tells me, "You will always be Esperanza and you will always be Mango Street. You can't erase what you know." She says these things as if she read my mind. I told her, yes, that I would come back even though I was still confused. I want a house of my own. Not a flat, not an apartment, not a man's house. A house all of my own, with a porch and my pillows and my pretty purple petunias. A space of my own. And to that I say goodbye to Mango Street, or Mango Street says goodbye to me. I like telling stories and will continue to tell stories. But I didn't always live on Mango Street. Before that, we lived on Loomis on the 3rd floor. And before that, we lived on Keeler. Before Keeler, it was Paulina. But what I do remember is a sad little red house on Mango Street. The house I belonged to, but also did not belong to. And one day I will leave, and everyone will wonder what happened to Esperanza.